Yes, black people. I'm sorry. Yes, 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 yes. Black people, but white people. When white people get a perm, they're curling their hair. When a black person perms their hair, they're straightening their hair. What the fuck does that matter? I know that already. What's your point? She's a white woman. She's a white woman, so she's perming her hair. So who's not listening now, bitch? Anyway, okay, so yeah, so anyway, I think it was an interesting story. I didn't know what you think, but it's kind of weird. But anyway, whatever. Okay, moving on. So, oh sure. Okay. Yeah, we talked about this. Yeah, we've talked about this before, but go ahead. Giovanni Melton. Yeah, yeah. Hmm. Yeah. You ask why? What do you mean why? You know why? It's one word, Jason. Why? The why is what? Religion. Duh. That's why. Well, that's the only fucking reason people don't like gay people, and especially black people who are so immersed in the church. That's bullshit. Bullshit. It's religion. Because the only thing that they're going by is what the Bible says and all that kind of bullshit about how it's wrong to be gay and it's disgusting. And in particular, particularly in the black culture, it is completely like a taboo thing for a man to be gay because you're not really a man if you're gay. So yeah, it has to do with religion because that's all that permeates through religion. Absolutely. I would bet my fucking life on that. Yep, sure did.
Bitch, you aren't any better than your husband. Truth be told.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I'm thinking to myself now look at it. Look at the situation in the day. Your son is dead, and
Mm-hmm.
your husband is in prison.
Mm-hmm.
And I
I don't
feel like
think.
when this stuff started happening, bitch, you should have packed your stuff and get the fuck out of there.
I hope.
Or you could have
Uh,
send him to a relative where where things will be better. But to have this type of turmoil and abuse going on in the family, and see, this is one thing I hate about families when they do this type of stuff. They try on the outside, they try to make it seem like everything is all peaches and cream, and they're living a wonderful life. And then when you get behind doors, people getting slapped and guns put on them and beaten every night and all this type of stuff, and to the point where they don't even want to live there anymore. And it's just crazy to me. And I'm thinking to myself, I'm sorry. If this man is in prison, then bitch, your ass should be in there too. I'm sorry. I believe that. If you know that if you come out with your own thing and saying that he's been tormented and for many years, then bitch, you're not any better than he is. Your ass should be in locked up too. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I hate it when parents do this type of shit, and then when something happens, now it's too little, too late, and you're like, oh, maybe I should have done something when I had the chance. Bitch, you just fucking said that he been doing this shit for years. Why was he still there? Why were you still allowing this to happen? First of all, I just, parents need to stop this. And it's not that, but it's also coming to the fact to terms now where you see, these women getting together and dating these boyfriends, and then you bring your kids around, and then they barely know the kids, and you leave them alone. And next thing you know, they're sexually molesting these kids and everything. Like, y'all need to stop with this. I mean, they being touched and raped and molested and violated, and then you want to act like when you find out that I never saw any of this. I'm like, bitch, you've been dating this man for all of 20 minutes. And your kids have been around here for all of 7. So, of course, you're not gonna know. Like, women need to stop doing that, and I blame women for this because women like to turn a blind eye, as I call it, when it comes to things like they know things are wrong, but they're not gonna say anything about it.
you can't blame that
They
on
know,
women. It's not just a women thing. That's not a nice
but
thing to say.
no, but women play. I'm sorry, women play a part in this though,
Play a part
because if
how?
you because if they evaluate their boyfriends better before they get with these people, because the thing is they get with these boyfriends and they a lot of, and especially in this day and age, they jump right on in and start dating. They're living together. They're going from man to man. You don't know anything about this man's background. You know anything about this man's past, and next thing you know, he touching all up on your kid.
You're saying they should be more diligent about the
Yes,
before
that's all
they're
I'm saying. Be more diligent about it. And then this whole thing about this 14-year-old boy that's dead now because your husband didn't like the fact that he was gay. I'm pretty sure there's a lot of shit that your husband did that no one else could have fucking cared about that he did in the past and probably didn't like, but he's still alive at
mm-hmm.
the end of the fucking day. Like, I just, like, people, y'all need to stop with this. Like, seriously. Like, going around tormenting your sons and daughters because they're gay, and then you bring these new boyfriends in and that type of thing. Here's the thing, though, because now that I think about it, this is what I think happened, and I could be wrong. I feel like that this woman started off as a single foster mother, and then as time progressed, she got married to this man. And then this man came in. Now there's another male in the house. He didn't like the fact that as they're, raising this kid, that he's gay. And he's just tormenting this boy and everything. Like, I'm sorry. I feel like if I was a judge, I would lock her ass up too. I'm sorry. I just feel like that if you knew and you came up with a statement saying he's been doing this for many years and you do anything about it, well, bitch, why the fuck you didn't do anything about it when this all shit started years and years and years ago, as you stated in your quotes. I don't like. I hate parents like that. I'm sorry, I do. I have a huge problem with that shit. Like,
Well,
bitch, you ought to burn in hell. I'm sorry. Your husband is locked up, and bitch, you need to be right up in there with him. I hate parents like that, and this shit happens all the time. Like, it infuriates me.
okay.
And at the end of the day, people just like, well, he's gone now, so things should have been done from the get go. I'm over it. Let's move on.
I agree with
I,
you.
I feel I feel bad for this boy. This boy's 14 years old. He hasn't even had a chance to live life, and he's already gone because your dumb ass husband decided to he didn't like gay people and decided to shoot and kill his only fucking son because he's gay and has a boyfriend. Get the fuck out of here with that. Like, it's like it infuriates me to the point where it almost brings tears to my eyes because, and this stuff happens all the time. This only thing about this happens to be national news or whatever the case may be because it's been trending for the past week, but this happens all the time.
Yes, you've said that several times.
So I'm over it. I'm sorry. And a lot of people are starting this Oh, another thing before we move on, they start this GoFundMe account for this woman. Why? Why are y'all suddenly starting up a GoFundMe account for this woman? Because I understand her son has passed on. I get that. Now, if it's for funeral expenses and that type of thing, I get that. But my thing is, why are y'all paying this woman condolences other than the fact that she lost her son? Why are y'all giving this bitch any time of day, really?
You are so petty because you just want to make sure she suffers because her son suffered because she's partially to blame, and I agree with you that she is. And so you want to make sure that she's somehow punished for the fact that she didn't stick up for her son, which I agree she should have done, because any real parent who cares about their kid and knowing that he had been treated this way previously and prior to this is partially culpable for what happened to him. I agree. But it's not going to help anything to say, oh, she needs to be punished or whatever when she's grieving, even though she was partly to blame, possibly. It's not going to help anything. So if they're raising a GoFundMe account for her, and like you said, it's for the funeral or whatever, fine. And even if it's not for that, so the fuck what? I mean,
but I've seen this happen in my own family to where, the mother knows that their son is bisexual or gay or whatever the case may be, and they torment him. They call him names and everything, and the mother knows that it's wrong.
Yes,
I've seen this happen in my own family. They know that it's wrong, but I also feel like at the end they're still kind of standing by their man, as I call it, because it's like, oh well, he's my husband, even though I know he's wrong, he's still my husband. So it's like, okay, bitch, well, whose side you take? Are you taking your son's side or are you taking his side? Because it sounds like to me, if you letting this shit go on, and it seems like you were kind of secretly co-signing for your husband the whole time. So it's
like religion to me, but whatever. Okay,
I don't know. I feel bad for this. I feel bad for this son.
Well, I do too, but it is the way of the world, unfortunately. Only a couple more topics before we need to go. We're almost over the time. So let's talk about there's this stupid app, and the people are making a big deal out of it real quickly, called Rightly, and it's for straights only, and people are like, that's homophobic and blah blah blah. I'm like, well, Grindr's for gay people only and shit like that, or Scruff or whatever. I mean, why is it homophobic to have a straights only app? I think it's stupid. What do you think?
I don't even care, honestly.
I know you don't care. That's not the question. What do you think?
I mean, it's stupid. Like,
Thank you.
Let them. I mean,
but don't you think people are just getting outraged for no reason?
There are plenty of gay-only apps. There are plenty of them. Well, let the straight people have their app. I agree,
and people get all upset about it. But I remember when I was going out to the clubs and stuff when I was in my early 20s and late teens and stuff, and there was a policy at one of the clubs that said, well, it wasn't that way at first, but when I was going to SMU, a lot of straight people, my friends, started to come. They used to bring their friends and stuff, and straight people started coming all the time to the Village Station. And so the management eventually said this, put a sign on the wall. It said, this is a gay bar for gay people. If you're heterosexual, you can come here, but you have to treat the gay people, with a proper respect or whatever. And I think that's something
in other words, don't come in there and start some shit.
Yeah, I think that's fine. That's fine. But there's also been bars or gay bars that people say no straights allowed, and I think that's wrong because it's no different than saying no gays allowed or anything to me, or blacks
or
no
minorities allowed, or no Asians or no blacks. Or
so I mean, you can't have it both ways. You can't be a minority and then actually discriminate against a different minority because they're not your minority. That's just fucking bullshit. So,
no.
So I don't have a problem with this either. My point is, I have no problem with that either. It's stupid. Now there is something about family members on Thanksgiving getting drunk.
Yeah, this is kind of a fun topic. So let me pull it up here. So they did a survey, and they said, "Can you guess which relative is most likely to get drunk at a Thanksgiving dinner?" I guess Thanksgiving party, Thanksgiving dinner. Now there's a list of 10. Now, just think based on who do you think will come in as a top 10 for the people that would get drunk as far as relatives?
Uncles. Because
Hold on, wait. So just do one at a time. The first thing you said was
Uncles.
Okay. Uncle actually came in number one
I was right.
at 26%. Okay, go ahead. What do you think your next one is?